Hello children, this is going to be the second day now when I'm going to be talking through the handwriting words with you. We've got two new ones to look at. I hope you got on well with yesterday's words. I'm sure that you've practiced lots and lots already. But today, let's find out what the new ones are. Okay, so as you can see, we've got two new words. The first word is the letter A. When it's a word and it's on its own, we often say A rather than A. The next word that you can see there is today, and it's got that letter A or A in it. Now both of them again, just like yesterday, are all of our Year 1 Common Exception words. So I'm sure that you will be able to read and write them lots already. Let's just make sure in our handwriting time we can form each of the letters correctly. Now, the letter A, that word, is a curly caterpillar. And I can see that in the word today, there are also lots of curly caterpillars. So if you can form one of those letters, with a little bit of practice, you can form all the others too. We've got a long ladder for the letter T or T. Some curly caterpillars in the middle, and then we've got a long ladder to finish. Okay, now if you look at this letter A, the first one that you will notice here sits on the line. So it's a word by itself, it sits on the line, and it's kind of like that, what we call kind of grass root, little ball shape that sits on the line. Over on the other side of the screen that you can see the word today, we've got lots of different letters which might start or finish in different positions on the page. So if we look carefully at the letter T, it starts higher up and it's a long ladder. So there's a clue there. It's one of our ascenders. So it's a high, sky-high letter that sits on the line. The O that you can see is a curly caterpillar, and just like that letter A that we were talking about earlier on, it's a ball-shaped grass level letter. It sits on the line and it's that middle kind of size. Now if we look carefully at the letter D, as we go round it looks like a ball shape, but the stick is ever so high, just like the T. So it's a sky-high ascender again. And when we come back down, it sits on the line. Now we know that the A or the A is already there, sitting on the line as a ball shape. But let's have a look at the letter Y. This Y I can see. We have to start to make it sit on the line, so the body of the letter sits on the line, but then we have to make sure, because it's a descender, that it goes down under the line very straight and then curls just a little bit at the end. Okay, so I've shared with you now the words that we are going to practice today, and we've thought carefully about the family of letters. I wonder though whether or not you can help me and watch as I form the letters. Follow with your eyes. Are you ready? Okay, so my eyes are going to be looking down, just like yesterday when we did our 1, 2, 3, 4 rhyme. I'm making sure that I'm on my chair and that I'm holding my pencil correctly, and all my muscles now are helping me to form these words correctly. So the first one that I'm going to do is A. I'm going to go round, just like a K, because it's a curly caterpillar, up, down the same line and round. It's sitting on the line. I wonder whether or not I can remember to do that in the next, in the word that we're practicing next. Let's see, a sky-high letter starting high from the top, down in a straight line and round, little line across. We're going to go round, just like we did a moment ago, but this time, keeping my pen on the page, have a little line out. round, up to the sky, down the same line and flick. Round, up, down and flick. And this is the important bit. We want to make sure now that the body of the letter Y, round and up, sits on the line. And now I go straight down and round so that I'm forming it and positioning it correctly on the page. What we don't want to see, even if we can form the letter correctly, is for the tail to sit on the line. Okay, that's not what we're going to practice. Okay, so I'm going to put a line through it and then write another one that we do want. Okay, now as you've seen and watched carefully with your eyes, I'm going to stop sharing with you now and warm up with you with a pen pals. Let's see, I wonder which ones we're going to use today. Let's have a lucky dip again. I can see it's number 1. It's going to be big hoops. So you want to be standing up now. You're going to be ready in a space of your own, being careful of all those arms that might be moving about, because you're going to be warming up those big muscles. And the other hand. It's important that we do both sides because we're using all the muscles, remember, when we're writing. Brilliant. Okay, I wonder now whether or not you're sitting comfortably and we can do the smaller, the fine motor warm up. Let's see. Oh, it's number 10. It's called finger dance. Follow along. Straight arm and a very tickly, light hand and finger movement, feeling all the muscles. Well done. Now, just like I said yesterday, if you want to go back and repeat them, then you can. So pause, rewind, and then you can kind of follow on again after, okay? But for now, let's see if we can use our magic fingers to practice the words. Okay, so we've got A and today. Let me share my screen again and remind you of what those words are. So the first one we're going to practice is A. And I'm going to start round at the side. We're going to go round, up, straight down again and flick. And it sits on the line. Okay, ready for today? Are you ready? We've got T, the line across, round for the O, and a little line out. Round first for the D, making sure it's the right way round. It's in the centre again, down we go, and round. Then we're going to go round, up, down, and flick for the A. And then we're going to do the Y with the body on the line and the straight, then curly tail underneath. Okay, so make sure now that you are fully warmed up, that you know that you're sitting in the right position, you've got a good chair, your feet's on the floor. And are you going to help me again, just like you did yesterday? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Are my feet flat on the floor? 5, 6, 7, 8. My chair is in, my back is straight. 9, 10, 11, 12. This is how my pencil's held. 13, 14, 15, 16. Now I'm ready for my very best writing. So, green mice, get going, get to it, keep practicing, and remember, practice makes progress.